Good evening. We are going to open the press conference today with an opening statement from head coach Alan Knipe. Then we'll open it up to questions from coach, along with Alex Nikolov and Clark Godbold. Go ahead, coach.
Awesome. Yeah, I think first of all, regardless of the match, it's just great to be playing volleyball. Great to be playing volleyball, great to be in the pyramid, great to have fans. So I think first and foremost, we got to thank everybody that was involved in making it happen. I didn't think a couple of probably a month and a half, 2 months ago that we would be back in some of this stuff like anyone. So all the work that went into it all over campus and throughout the athletic department to keep us going, even when we went through some positive cases ourselves. So huge thank you to our entire administration that worked so hard to make this happen. As far as the match goes, I thought we played well in a lot of areas, especially for our first match. And even though we've been back for a few weeks, we certainly haven't had all our pieces back in the gym. So we had a lot of fractured practices and a lot of people not in the gym. So I was really proud with the consistency that we were able to bring to the court in almost every area, but most importantly, our serving and our passing. I thought the guys did a great job keeping pressure on a really good Harvard team. And did a really good job passing the ball and keeping us in offense, because when you serve like we did tonight and you're able to also hit 413, you win a lot of volleyball matches. So great job by our passers. I thought Aiden did a great job running our offense and spread it out. We had a lot of people getting a lot of sets. So great first night, and we get back in the gym a little bit tomorrow and then get to play again on Monday, and we're excited about that.
Questions?
I'll just ask Alan a couple questions to get him out of the way. Alan, I know when you've talked about building the program up and where everything was, the atmosphere in the pyramid and the fans, all that was a big part of what you talked about. So how, did you take a moment to kind of look up and reflect on that before the match started? How kind of important was that for the whole match to have everyone back in here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes so understated of how great things were a couple of years ago. We had things not only rolling on the volleyball court, but, with the excitement of the Terraflex, the Final Four being here, the crowd, sellouts, and all those things, and all of a sudden, poof, it's all gone. It was hard. It's hard for everyone. It's emotional. So many opportunities missed for these young men. But unfortunately, it's our new norm, so you kind of adjust to it, and we're at a different point right now. But this is an exciting team, so I'm excited for everyone to see them. I've been excited for the fans of Long Beach State Volleyball to see these guys play for a while. I thought there was a lot of things they did really well last year, too, that no one really got to see. So, but we've added a couple of pieces, obviously, and they're a little bit older, and they're so excited to get out and play volleyball right now. I think no one's taken that for granted.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Was there any consideration switching positions between Clark and Nikolov, or were you pretty set on that, having them set where they played tonight?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no doubt Clark is really used to bouncing around for us. I don't even know. I've never even talked to Alex about playing opposite, so I don't know if he has or not. I'm sure he could play it, but I kind of like him in our 0-1 spot. But Clark can play anywhere for us. That's what makes him so versatile. And but tonight, I didn't think about it for a second.
My last question for Alan, then I'll talk to the players. But Alan, Alex makes his debut tonight. I think he had 2 70-plus mile-an-hour aces in his first set in the NCAA. That's not bad. What can you say about his debut and the way kind of your younger guys played?
Alex is a really good volleyball player who has incredible aspirations of playing volleyball at the highest level. So it doesn't surprise me. He played like this. He plays like this most days in practice, and especially when there's an opportunity to compete. So I'm really proud of him, happy for him. He's put a lot of work into this. Obviously, he's a long way away from home, and things are new here, but he's fit in seamlessly to our team, and he's a big part of what we do. So most importantly, I think I'm just really happy for him to get on the court and be able to integrate so easily. I think for everyone got to see that he's a heck of a volleyball player.
I was really impressed with the ace to service error ratio. What's your philosophy in terms of having them be aggressive but not reckless.
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. We want to be aggressive, and there's some adjustments we'll have to make sometimes if we're missing too many times. Early in the season, you have to be able to free them up a little bit and figure out what they can do, how hard they can hit it, and who's your best servers. And there's going to be nights that it's a little bit of a struggle, but I'm not one to believe that serving errors don't matter. They certainly do, but in the men's game, you certainly have to cause problems. But I think there's a lot of different ways to do that. You can tactfully move your serve around a little bit some nights and get it on different guys some nights. You can have different guys jump float to try to bring your overall error percentage down, because the other team has to side out at some point. You just give them too many opportunities with serving errors, then their offense isn't working hard enough. And siding out and passing the ball in this game is really difficult. So it's a constantly evolving conversation of us building our confidence in practice, becoming highly repeatable, and then being confident enough in ourself and our ego to know that if I'm not super on my serve tonight, then it's probably better for me to start getting into a different seam or on a different guy and give my team and my block and defense a chance.
Questions for some of the players?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good with Alan. You good with Alan? Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Clark, great match. Congrats. Alan said no one's taking playing volleyball for granted, but obviously it's just such a crazy time. Matches get canceled, things get moved around. What was the mood of the players like to get out and play and to have the fans there today?
Yeah, I definitely think that we were super excited, and I felt that in the locker room, playing some loud music and stuff, and everyone just really wanted to get out there after a couple of cancellations, and we're just super excited to be back, and with the fans especially, because we didn't have that a whole lot last year. So it's been great to be back, and I think we're just excited for the next one.
What was the music?
Can't really describe it. It's like house disco. It's just a lot of loud noises. Yeah.
Two questions for you, Clark. First question. Obviously, you were not playing on the Terraflex tonight. So what's the biggest difference between playing on the wood court versus the Terraflex?
There's not a whole lot of a difference. I think you can maybe slide a little bit more on the Terraflex when you're diving, but I don't really feel a whole lot of a difference.
And then it seemed like the passing was pretty spot on. You guys were able to get the middles involved. Can you talk about the passing game tonight?
Yeah, our passing was great. It's been great in practice as well, and I think that's really key for our offense. And it allows Aiden to get a lot of one-on-ones and run our middle, run our bick, and then spread it to the pin. So the passing was great tonight, and it really helped us win.
Alex, hi. What did you think of your first NCAA match, first match in Long Beach? What did you think of how you played, and how was the experience for you?
Hey, I had a great time. I had a fantastic time on the court. Happy to finally start the season. And yeah, I'm super happy.
Can I ask you about your serve in particular? I know your parents played volleyball. You come from a volleyball family, but how much of a focus has that been for you to come in with the velocity you have? Very rare to see that from a freshman. And I know you played a lot, but where does that come from? What kind of work have you put in to get a serve like that?
I've had countless of reps, millions of reps on serve, and it's always been my favorite part of the game. Serving, it's just you and the ball. So I've done a lot of reps to get here, and I'm happy from how it turned out today.
Alex, obviously you probably were recruited by many, many different colleges around the country, and even I'm sure you had some professional opportunities. Why Long Beach State?
I chose to be here because this I thought was the best place for me. I could sync volleyball with education, and the volleyball was on the highest level in the U.S. So that's why I chose to come here.
And Clark, question for you. Obviously, you had to go through the season last year in the pandemic. Obviously, we're still in the pandemic. What was the biggest lesson the team learned from going through last year in the pandemic to bring it into this season?
Yeah, I think it was to not take volleyball as like a given, and that sometimes it can get taken away from you. And so I think we all are really glad to be back, and I think we're expressing that. And we go 100% every day because we don't know if we can play tomorrow or the next day with what's going on. So I think it's just to play as hard as we can because we don't know if we can play tomorrow.
Thank you, guys, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.